Where can AI be most impactful in the present? AI is an interesting technology right now. It's hot. Everybody's talking about it.
Honestly, AI is going to permeate through all aspects of business. That's what's so transformative about it.
And that's what you see. There's always a new frontier. There was analytics, there was the internet, right? And you want to be fast to that frontier, especially if it suits what you're trying to do.
10 years from now, I think it becomes as improbable to not use AI as it is to not use a smartphone. The kinds of things oppsource is doing around understanding the inflection and intonation of salespeople or buyers.
It really takes a lot of effort to get in contact with today's buyers. It can take literally up to 50 touches to actually get an engaging conversation with a buyer. Why not make it about the conversation? And why not help salespeople eliminate data entry and actually help companies capture actionable information?
After a user has had a conversation with one of their contacts and we get the transcript from that conversation, we can then go back and use a model that we've trained in-house.
Pick those phrases of speech out, and then the manager of the team is able to use those as training. Take a look at the conversations and emails, compare those together, call the right people, email the right people to be able to get going.
The impact for the end users, it helps them to realize what they're saying and how they're interacting with the customer and how that's being perceived by the customer.
With good sentiment analysis, you end up with something that reduces the manager's workload quite a bit. Take a broader overview without having to be as down in the weeds.
Perhaps a supervisor is going to be able to see that, hey, here's a trend that this user is doing, be able to model that for other people.
From identifying tiny margins of error or potential profit that humans might not really pay that much attention to, it was all about picking out where a transaction or where a process was going and doing it through linguistic data.
You're really right at the forefront, where that interaction is in sales engagements, right? Trying to automate sales engagements.
Through our machine learning models, we're essentially looking through transcripts to try to help out reps to reduce the amount of work they have to remember from all of the conversations.
That frees up the user so that they don't have to worry about, okay, now hold on just a second, let me write this down and make sure I get this to you.
The thing about computers is they're really, really good at some things that we don't really want to do, and they can go really deep and it can learn faster.
Really takes care of the mundane chores. Once you figure something out, you don't want to have to keep doing it again and again. That's boring, right?
It's easy to get distracted taking a note, so getting the chance to let the transcription take care of those details for you is a huge benefit.
We capture all the keywords, the key phrases, the action items, the sentiment, and we plug that into your CRM so that your reps don't have to do data entry. And as a company, you end up with real fact-based, data-driven, actionable insights.
To get beyond what the fluff is and understand what's the probability of success here, how much longer should I spend on this, is very powerful.
AI just helps us get the right information in front of them so they can get to making those conversations and making those decisions and getting things done.
When that happens, that confluence of a problem and new technologies come together, it generates a lot of energy, right? And that's what really solves problems is people's energy.
There's going to be a whole lot of time you're just not going to end up wasting. Time we don't realize we're wasting. That could conceivably affect the bottom line of a business pretty powerfully.
The in-game, the guided selling that we're going to be able to bring is just outstanding.
The prospect of real-time suggestion instead of waiting until after the conversation.
Helping the users to use their creativity, use their insights.
In the sales engagement space, we've already got customers using it who love it, and it's already bringing benefit to them. The team itself has embraced it, they love it. The first day we put it in place, they immediately saw benefits.
It'll just make the whole engagement process and the whole pursuit process much easier. That's really the huge opportunity that B2B sales and sales organizations can benefit from with the use of AI and machine learning.